Okay, sounds good. 3, 2, 1.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, fans of Skytear. Welcome to the Skytear Sunday Episode 10 Showdown. We are back on the Ashen Pass this week with Pythoner, our current reigning king, who starts his streak after taking down Giacomo, against his first challenger, Redscare. Today, we are going to be featuring a very special victory condition spoiler, which Aethusium will hopefully bring up for you on the screen now. One of the new victory conditions from the Breach is called Showdown. And so what's important about Showdown is that the first hero that is drafted is designated as each player's leader. And if you defeat the enemy leader with your own leader, instant win for the game. So, Aethusium, thoughts on this victory condition? Because I've got a whole lot, and I want you to get your thoughts in before I go on a tangent.
I'm in love with the card, like both the art and the text. Like,
yes!
They both are absolutely awesome.
Indeed. So when I was looking at this card, basically to me, this creates kind of a 2x2 situation matrix wherein each player...
Hey guys, sorry to interrupt here. I have a question.
We have an answer.
About Showdown, the new victory condition.
Uh-huh.
As the king, I know I'm required to draft Korjov.
You do not need to bring Korjov first. No, you just have to bring Korjov as one of your first 3 heroes.
Okay, that's what I thought. Just wanted to confirm that I would not want Korjov to be
Well, he's on the card though, so you kind of have to, right?
That's true. Yeah, you kind of have to do it for the art.
Okay. Anyway, thanks. Sorry for the interruption here.
Yeah, no problem. And so exactly, that was kind of the point that I was going to get into, is that with this particular card here, if you designate someone kind of weak, like for example Korjov, who is Pythoner's required hero, that makes it a very easy kill card for your opponent. So in this situation, you have 2 options essentially. You can either go for a hero that you plan to use aggressively, or you can potentially go for a more defensive hero, make it more difficult for your opponent to kill them off. So in this situation, Pythoner might choose to designate, say, Shalavi or Brilvar as his leader. Or, on the other hand, he may choose to designate, as I mentioned, Freyhill, something with a little bit more aggression. And then, of course, we have the option as well from Redscare. You can designate someone, for example, maybe Kenwi, who's much more of a defensive option as your hero if you want to avoid getting killed. Or you can designate someone like Shafathi and Habrat if you really want to go for that kill pressure with the hero.
Yeah, the thing I like is that, like, I think that's like a really first thing off the top of my head, so maybe experience would prove me wrong, but I have the feeling that, like, bruisers are rather good for that condition, because
I agree.
The one armor makes them much safer from a lot of pings from, like, smaller heroes and like lesser aggressive heroes. Like, basically if you don't have piercing, you're losing a bit of damage every time, and they still hit 3+, right? So it still gives them a pretty decent chance at killing something.
Yep. And so we do see Redscare did win the coin toss before the start of the game, and so it looks like he designated that he wants to go second. Generally a popular opinion on Ashen Pass, you want to go second, and so therefore Pythoner responded by bringing his outsider, Terror of the Endless Night. So Terror of the Endless Night going to be very interesting to see how this works, and it looks like Pythoner's leader is going to be Shalavi. So in order to help you guys keep track of this, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and duplicate the HP marker and put that on the... Okay, it's not letting me copy that. Interesting.
Because you don't have the rights.
Oh, because I'm not promoted.
Yeah,
yep.
Not promoted.
And it looks like, as we said, Kenwi will be the leader for Redscare on the other options. So again, both players picking heroes that are not going to be blown up very quickly. Again, in this situation, as you mentioned, Kenwi probably is the best one, I would say, for Redscare, given the fact that she has a good mixture of offense and defense. And Shalavi having the highest HP total, also a solid choice for Pythoner. Having that 4++ makes it easier for her to kill. Of course, again, now Shalavi must kill Kenwi. Kenwi must kill Shalavi in order to trigger that victory condition. And then, of course, we do have 2 other victory conditions we've seen before. Hunting for Power, as well as Skytear Master. And given that each player is bringing at least 1 mage here, Pythoner must bring Korjoff to the battlefield, and Redscare has 2 mages left to choose from in both Shafathi and Cytheru. Hunting for power seems to be a reasonable goal.
Yeah, I think what's interesting here in that Chilovic choice is that like she's hitting a bit harder than Kenui. But like having 0 armor is not necessarily terrible for her because she's gonna get the revenge trigger if she's got the. So like Kenui is gonna be exposed to the revenge trigger anyway if she tries to kill her. Well, I mean, yeah, she would have to land a fatal blow basically, but maybe not hit her too much because there will be the revenge trigger, and it's gonna be the same from Haberot, right? Like he's also a melee character, so only Akuti really can hit her without triggering the revenge on herself, and you might still have other allies on contact range. So like that's a bit of a scary situation. On the other hand, like hitting Kenui to kill her is gonna be a bit tricky because illusions.
Yep. With that illusion being out, anytime Kenui takes HP loss, she's going to dance away, unless, of course, Pythoner neutralizes the illusion beforehand. So now that we have finished the draft here, it looks like Cytheru will be the reserve hero for Redscare, whereas Brilvar will be the reserve hero for Pythoner. So now we can go ahead and figure out what is in everybody's deck. So Redscare bringing Kenui, Akuti, Haberot, and Cytheru means that his cards have a 1.18 modifier with 1.88 mana, and he is bringing Exhaustion, Ice Wall, Nightmares Incarnate, Presence, Psychic Shield, 1 copy of Psychic Vampirism, 3 Redirects, 3 Shatterminds, 3 Soul Screams, 1 Strength of the Pack, 3 Time Glitch, 1 Time Warp, 1 Unstoppable, 2 Whisper of Nupton, and 3 Wind Blasts.
Yeah, which sounds like I'd say rather traditional on list, right?
Yep, more or less.
There isn't like extremely surprising things.
Indeed. On the other hand, Pythoner has about the same mana. He has 1.85 average mana. His flip modifier a little bit higher at 1.45. He's bringing 2 charms, that's an ultimate. 2 charms, 3 Ice Wall, 2 Impervious, 3 Nightmare Incarnate, 3 Nourish, 3 Presence, 3 Psychic Shield, 3 Rampant Hatred, 3 Redirect, 3 Sacrifice, 2 Snowblind, 3 Soul Scream, and 3 Time Glitch.
Yeah, he doesn't have the Rampant Hatred there. Oh yeah, sorry, he has because he's on the pen. Yeah, my bad.
Yep,
yeah, the thing is that, I guess what I wanted to say is like only Freyal will be able to cast it, but that might be enough. Then. Like if she's got the piercing on it, like that might be sufficient.
And of course, again, so we have put the hero markers on the showdown for you to be able to see. It is right next to and below Brilvar's HP on your left down there. So one of those heroes must defeat the other token that's on there in order for the player to win via the showdown victory card. As both players have opted for the aggressive option, so in the 2x2 matrix that I described, both players have selected aggression, which means that I think we will get to see a lot of dancing around here as we try to chip down the heroes and then move your hero in for the finish. Obviously, whenever we get to round number 3, Shalavi will be able to use Dance of the Predator to move twice and deal with Kenui. But of course, Kenui also has her Echo Dance, which could continue to confound things, move Akuti's illusion around a little bit to give her additional armor, reposition an illusion, and so on.
It's an action.
Oh, is Echo Dance?
Yeah.
Echo Dance is an action?
Oh yeah, it would be a reaction. It would be absolutely insane.
Oh, it is an action. You're right.
That's the only reason why I'm a little bit down on that ultimate. It's because it's an action. Like if it were a reaction, it would be absolutely massive.
See, I always thought it was a reaction. Of course, I hate Kenui, so what does that tell you? All right. So, meanwhile, we do see that kind of a somewhat traditional opening. Move, kill a minion, and then go in to start occupying the dome. Obviously, with the dome changes to the Ashen Pass with Season 2, players have their openings a little bit different since you can go into either Dome 2 or Dome 3, and it still resolves as one single dome control value. So this allows Pythoner to get a small push on the lane while getting a little bit of presence in the dome as well.
Yeah, just to come back on the decklist quickly, because I thought like the one thing I found a bit surprising is that like you don't have a single anywhere. Like
that is very true.
On Pythoner's side, like. He has the color to play it, right?
Yes. Interesting. Yeah, there are no sinkholes for Pythoner.
I mean, I could see why you don't want it because it's a +0, but like it's also very powerful.
Yeah, well, I mean, if he would have brought a Strida, that would have given 3 sudden distractions and 3 bewitches. So, oh well. All right. Oh, Habrat's going to start off the day with a time glitch. So Habrat's going to get fast, go for a move, charge right after Freyhill. It looks like, oh, this is actually going to hurt a lot here because Freyhill does not get any bonus armor being away from Brilvar. She's also not piercing.
Well, yeah, Brilvar is on the bench, so like, yeah, definitely
Indeed.
Away from.
So we see that. Oh, this is going to be a 5++.
An attack, yeah, that's going to hit pretty hard.
Oh, this is going to hurt, unless Pythoner has some sort of a reaction here.
Do we have the auto stack activated?
That I don't know.
No,
I'm gonna guess.
There is.
No, we do not. Okay, there it is. Ah, we thank you. All right, so it looks like a +1 on the flip there for both cards, which means that Freyhill is going to take 5 damage, bringing her down to 11.
Yeah, it could have been slightly better. But it's not bad. I mean, so really that.
Yeah.
With the illusion,
you've still got
really decent.
Oh, maybe there was a +2 underneath. Let me.
Yeah, there was a +2.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So the top one was +1. The bottom one I didn't see was +2. All right, very good. All right, so Freyhill already down to 10 HP. Of course, she will be able to recover if Korjov or Shalavi lets her shapeshift. But meanwhile, Kenwi and Akuti can Akuti will probably worship and then move into the dome. And never mind, you can't get your worship near a minion if you do that first.
Yeah, I'm not sure Akuti would go into the dome. Well, what she could do is like she could move into the bush where she protect the minion, then use Habrat illusion to go into the dome.
Ah, that's a good point. Yeah, Habrat would allow her to kill the minion. Okay, well, Shalavi is going to play Time Glitch as well. So it looks like Shalavi wants to run into the dome and start Cat Scratch Fever against Habrat.
Yeah, that would probably be pretty good. Because then she can also like end with the shapeshift on Freyhill. And now,
Indeed.
If Kenwi wants to hit Freyhill, then she's going to take the revenge with the piercing, which is not really awesome.
Indeed. All right, so we see a +1 and a +2 on the flip there. All right, so Habrat's going to take 6 damage, brings Habrat to 12. And a worship act. Yep, there's the worship action, so we're going to heal Freyhill up just a little bit.
And there is no doom. Yeah, there is, but not on board.
Right. Well, yeah, because Habrat already used the time glitch, so he would not be able to doom her. Indeed.
Exactly.
Ooh, only a +1 though, so 2 HP. I guess 2 HP better than nothing, so it brings Freyhill back up to 12.
Yeah, I mean it's not bad because like she gets 2 HP back. She's got the revenge. Like it's if you go this way over her the course of her HPs, you're gonna have to do like 1 to 2 more attacks. And that's actually pretty annoying, right? Because that burns a lot of additional actions. That's a lot of potential timings where you're gonna have reactions that maybe wouldn't have happened because you like if those attacks were not necessary, then they would not be happening as late in the game, so you wouldn't have as many mana points to react to them. So it's gonna also like these 2 additional attacks, 1 to 2 additional attacks, they are like actually easier to counter because they come later when you've got more tools to answer to them.
That makes sense. All right, so here we go. We see Kenwi moving, worshipping. Now the question is, does Kenwi lead here, or does Kenwi go for the skirmish? Okay, looks like we're going to reposition
skirmishing
there.
Doesn't sound like a good idea because you're going to hit Freyhill that has 1 armor for like not much, and then you're going to take the revenge, which is pretty bad.
Yep, and we do see the lead from the hand. So now, Pythoner has to decide, does he want to go into the dome with Korjov to contest that? You could move, you could attack Habrat with piercing, although I guess Habrat doesn't have armor, so it doesn't really matter. And then lead with Korjov, but then Akuti's going to win the lane. So you have to decide, do you want to win the lane and lose the dome? Nope, we're going for the dome.
Yeah, but then your opponent's going to win the lane and tie the dome. Because like you move with Akuti, you worship, you attack a minion, you kill 2 of them, and then you move into the dome.
Slide into the dome. Exactly.
Fabrics,
You are on unless he's going for the lead action, then I guess he's going to go for the worship action instead of a lead or an attack action, so that he gets that shape-shifting effect going on. Oh, nope. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's not bad. He's already at 12 HP, so like 3 to 5 more damage, 4 more damage. That's pretty good. 4
more damage brings him down to 8. All right. And Habrat is now going to consider moving due to the fact that he's within 3 of Kenwi's illusion. Maybe slide her down? Him down? Yeah.
Yeah, but that means Akuti would end up like, right in front of them. So that might not be the best place to put him, actually.
Yeah. One of Habrat or Akuti is going to... Yeah. One of Habrat or Akuti has to end up next to Freyhill if this happens. So looks like it'll be Habrat.
Might be both if he decides to use it as a shield. But...
True. He could just form the Great Wall of Yellow and protect Kenwi. All right, so there's the move. There's the worship. We'll see the token come down. Yep, you want to put the token right there. That way you can influence both Kenwi and Habrat with it. Kill off a minion. Oh, you hate to see the +3 on the minion flips.
Which one is it? Psychic or ultimate?
That was an ultimate. That was Kenwi's ultimate specifically.
Okay, that's bad, but that's not the worst. I don't think you're counting on Kenwi's ultimate for anything. It's like if you got it, if you get it in the hand, you can try to set up to do something awesome with it. But like, it's not an ultimate you're gonna. Like, if you flip it, obviously it's sad to lose the +3 on the minion, but like if you flip it, it's just like, okay, I flipped.
Yeah, it's not like Habrat or Cythera's ultimate where you're like, man, I wish I had this in hand so I could just deal massive damage.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so we go ahead, we see the resolution here. As you mentioned, of course, win the lane by 1 there. It was a 2-1 in favor of the minions, so Pythoner's remaining minion dies. Redscare now gets a 4-2 minion advantage in the lane. And as both players led with 3s, we have a dome party here. Now going into round number 2. So, interestingly enough, in this position right here, a Soul Scream would be very nice because you can get 2 of any one of Redscare's heroes here with a Soul Scream.
Mm-hmm.
And if you use Korjoff or Freyhill, it's pierce. Oh wait, yeah, Freyhill can't cast it; it's yellow. So Korjoff, it would be piercing.
Yeah, and if you activate Korjoff, it gets fast on the bonus attack. So.
Korjoff is not shapeshifted.
Oh, he's not. Yeah, sorry, my bad. Yeah, I thought it was. Yeah, we were talking about him shapeshifting last action on the turn before.
Yeah, and then he decided to attack anyways.
He decided to attack instead. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I mean, he could attack on Akuti, but then she would probably move using. Well, you could try to do that. You could start attacking Akuti. And if Redscare makes the mistake of sending her slightly back, then you could
potentially get all 3
and get all 3 of them. But like, you're counting on one of your opponent's mistake, which is probably not a good strategy.
Indeed, if your victory condition is your opponent screwing up, that is not a good victory condition.
Exactly.
So if I were Pythoner, what I might do is I might move. Get around inside so that I'm adjacent to both Habrat and Akuti. Attack.
Well, if you were
Soul Scream, and then I would attack.
Yeah, well, there's another option. It's like the Hex. Python just pointed out, like where you adjacent to Akuti, Kenwi, and the illusion, and you could cast your Soul Scream here because you get rid of Kenwi's illusion this way. So
true.
But then you also you would need. It means you would have spent 2 actions, right? Because you can't do the 4 movement because you need your mana for the Soul Scream. So
indeed,
that's a bit iffy to do.
Yeah. So maybe in this case you activate Shillavi and have her worship Korjoff so that he can start the round with fast.
You could skirmish targeting Habrat actually.
That's true.
So you deal a bit damage, you move a little bit, then you move into position, you put your Soul Scream, but then also that means you won't attack Kenwi in the same turn anymore, so like she's just gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna drop my illusion again, right? But you still have the Soul Scream damage though, which probably have a little bit more value on Kenwi because, like, you want to kill her, right?
Yes.
Especially you want to kill her with Shillavi.
Right, yeah, that's the important thing to remember here, is it has to be Shillavi that kills Kenwi in order to trigger it. If either Freyhill or Korjoff kills it, all right, cool, Redscare's now down Kenwi and doesn't get a new hero till next turn or the turn after, depending on whether she activated, but it doesn't actually advance the win condition directly.
Yeah, exactly. And then also that means that like dealing this damage with something else in an attack is also good, because like she's a bit harder to attack. So.
Indeed.
The one thing I just thought about hearing you is that about this win condition is that like the victory card. So is that like you're gonna be able to deny to your opponent by sacrificing yourself?
That's actually a very good point. Except Shilovi can't play sacrifice.
Which feels super bad. Like any green hero could play Strength of a Pain or sacrifice to kill himself.
That's actually a very good
with
point.
A green bubble. And Hokusai, if he's your leader, during your turn could decide to kill himself just to be safe.
Yes, that's actually very true, because at that point they wouldn't be the ones that killed him. So that's actually a very good kind of defensive tactic that I wonder if we'll actually get to see that happening.
Yeah, and then you've got this super weird card that no one plays, where you place the AoE and you deal 1 damage to every hero hit, including your own allies. So you could kill, like, it would be very marginal, right? Because the guy on your team has to be at 1 HP, but like, you could kill your own hero to be safe.
Right. Yes. Okay, so it does look like Kenway went for the skirmish against Akuti here. Now, of course, again, as you mentioned, Akuti's illusion does provide both of them with armor.
You mean Shilavi, right?
Shilavi did the skirmish against Akuti. Yeah. And so now Shilavi is going to go and attack Korjov. Or, I'm sorry, attack Habrat.
Habrat, yeah.
Okay, we see a +1 and a +0. 5 damage. 4 damage after the armor.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yep. Okay. Do we pop the Soul Scream here and kill Habrat?
I think we move Habrat anyway as a reaction.
You need to move Habrat as the reaction.
If he stays here, he's potentially dead.
Yeah.
I mean, even if he moves, he's potentially dead. But
yeah, if
at least you force your opponent
to
do. You force your opponent to do something and spend an additional resource.
Yep. So let's see. That was skirmish. That was attack. Worship on Korjov, perhaps. Actually, I don't even know if you want to do that at this point, because Korjov, you might want Korjov to stay ranged, and worshiping Korjov, although you do get bonuses.
I don't think you want him worshipped there.
Yeah.
No,
maybe you just worship Shilavi.
Yeah.
Yeah. That way she can counter damage.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You could also lead.
You could also lead. That's also true. But we're going to see the worship action. So worship is going to go on, I assume, Shilavi. Freyhill's already shapeshifted, so that doesn't matter there. And as we mentioned, yep, there it is, on Shilavi. All right, so now Akuti currently is the one that's going to get slammed with any revenge triggers that occur. So it might be a good idea to start whittling her HP down as well.
She's got 1 armor and she's full HP, so it's not too scary for Redscare, but it's not ideal either. It's like having 2 melee characters in that setup doesn't feel very good. But the problem is also all range characters, they're like slightly squishy, and like she'll live like smashing squishy things. So.
Yes, very much, and that's one of those, that's where we talked about earlier with the leader. You pick someone that can just smash people. So even if your opponent were to pick a defensive hero, some people might think, oh well, I'll just pick a tank. Shilavi might be like, okay, cool, we soften him up with the mages, and then Shilavi just comes in with, a power swipe there, flips even a +1 or +2 on her attack, and then it's still 3 or 4 damage, finishes the game, and then it's over. So I think, as you mentioned, I'm thinking as well that bruiser options are probably the best, since they have the nice mixture of a little bit of armor plus a high HP pool.
Yeah, just to echo what Chris is saying in the chat, like, Kenway with 2 armor is gross. Yeah.
I agree.
But, well, I mean, you've got Korjov and Freyal, right? So, like, you've got 2 piercing characters. I'd say the illusion is doing much more than the 2 armors, actually. Like, not being able to attack her is much more meaningful than the 2 armor.
That's also true.
Yeah, I don't feel like it's any kind of worse than Brilvar giving +1 armor to like Freyal Shilavi.
Oh, Brilvar.
Like +1 armor with the revenge triggers and like the revenge piercing on free. Like that's as absurd, if not more. Like the thing with Kenui is really that thing that like you need to like if she gets that one armor, you just need to pierce through, and it's really the illusion that is a problem.
Yeah.
But like you've got a good card to deal with the illusions. So it's surprising that not much people are playing it, given that Nuptons are a little bit everywhere these days.
Oh yeah. Yeah, once the Nupton or the Nupton worship abilities were changed to be within 3. Oh, here we go. Kenwi's got presence. All right.
Yeah.
We all know how this card works. Take a look at the top 2 cards of your deck and get +1 control value. And it looks like Redscare is going to discard the first one as it was just a Shattermind, and discard the second one because it was a Nightmares Incarnate. So nothing there that he really wanted to keep, and is going to lead, I assume, from the hand. Yep, there it is.
The slightly worrying thing is that you're going to tie the Dome, maybe.
Yep.
Because I don't think you're going to win it. Like, Haberwood might just die.
Yeah, Haberat will die here. So here's the thing, though. If you're Redscare, I'm not certain that you're too upset about that, because the control token is then going to advance right against Pythoner's tower. Obviously, there's not going to be any tower damage this round. It's a 4-2 advantage.
No, because then the thing is like Pythoner can just choose not to take the outsider and send the control token back the other way, or he just gets the outsider, frenzies himself, moves someone.
True.
Or kill a minion, for example, and then you're like, yeah, sure, you get closer to the tower, but like, yeah, I don't feel like it's too scary, honestly, for him. I feel like it's a really bad time to lose Haberwood, honestly. Because if you've got the Presence and the Haberwood, then you're like, okay, you can't really take the Dome, and I've got the Terror, and that's pretty massive, right? But then your opponent can also have the Presence on his side, and then you're like, okay, I actually play the Presence, Haberwood dies, I lose the Dome, I lose the line, and you're like, yeah, that's a bit troublesome. Yep. I also think like he couldn't really play it with Acuity, because like you're probably gonna need the mana for something else. Maybe a redirect.
Redirect could be an option, of course. Also, Pythoner himself might have a presence as well. I can't ever see a situation where Pythoner plays blue and doesn't have... Yep, Korjoff brought 3 copies of the presence there. And so therefore, yeah, if we nuke down Haberat, then a 3-2, as you mentioned, would actually just win Python the Dome there. And of course, the other thing too...
He only has to attack him with Korjoff, right? And then it's done.
True.
Or maybe Freyal could even do it, because she shapeshifted to like ignore the armor from Acuity's illusion. And it's probably even better from Freyal, because you don't have to move for that. So like you attack him, and if he doesn't die, you can even skirmish away from him.
Well, the other thing that's important too, though, is if you do get the Terror, you can actually spawn it such that you can just yank Kenwi out of range of her illusion, and then you can just wail on her.
Yeah.
Because if no, you wouldn't kill her, but you would lock her in place, because what you could do is you could move Freyhill onto the hex that has the Haberat illusion, which would obviously have disappeared, spawn the Terror in the bush, yank Kenwi into the only open hex that's up in that little diamond area, and then she's trapped. Like, she can't move out of there. And Shillavi also can't be touched by Kenwi from that particular position. And so then Pythoner can just sit there and wail on Kenwi and potentially win the game.
Yeah, and that would be super scary because... Oh, sacrifice. Okay.
Okay, we're just going to get rid of Haberat. Goodbye. Unless there's a charm. If there's a charm to steal away Freyhill's shapeshift, then...
Yeah,
or we can just play Psychic Shield.
Yeah. It's better than Psychic a charm, Shield. Actually, because you put the +3 back in the discard pile.
True. All right. Well, Psychic Shield will prevent that damage. So apparently Freyhill is going to have to actually use her...
she also needs to
action points.
HP, so that's going to be good.
I'm sorry?
She's also going to lose 2 HP for nothing, which is not bad.
That is very true, yeah, because the sacrifice will still resolve. So Freyhill's HP does go down, but then the 4 damage is negated.
Yeah. Well, if he has another sacrifice, he could always put it on top, right?
True.
That would be pretty frustrating, but that would still work.
Yeah, it would be an unfortunate use of mana, but at least it would still get the kill from on Haberat.
I mean, it would also... Oh, yeah, Nightmares Incarnate.
Okay, Nightmares Incarnate's also a good answer.
He isn't dead, though. 1 HP.
Nope. 1 HP, but that does make it so that you could just simply attack Haberat and pretty much guarantee the kill, since Pythoner does not have any -0s in his deck. The worst he flips is a 0.
Wait, why 2 HP? It should be 1.
He has armor.
4, right? No,
armor,
it doesn't because she's got piercing.
No, it was played through
sorry, it's Shilovy playing it. Yeah, my bad.
Yep.
Yeah. Ignore me.
No worries.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, so that actually means that Pythoner does need to flip a +1 on this attack here. Yep. Oh no, he doesn't because he's piercing.
No, yeah.
So Hobrat's dead. Hobrat is dead because Pythoner can't flip a -1. So goodbye Hobrat. Unless you play Nightmares Incarnate back, which will just deal 3 more damage to Freyhill.
2 more?
Oh no, onto Shilovy.
Onto Shilovy, it's 3, yeah.
Yep. Gonna start chunking Shilovy down. But then she's gonna
revenge.
On Akuti.
Yeah. So
+1, so 1 damage to Akuti.
Yeah.
Brings Akuti to 15. Does Akuti move? Is the big question.
She might, but it does not make significant difference. I don't think it changes.
Yeah.
Well, no, it does. She could move in the bush, and from here she can worship, attack a minion, kill both of them. Oh no, you can't go back into the dome because Hobrat's illusion is gone. So yeah,
correct.
It's not that good.
Yep. All right, so Hobrat dies. Pythoner gets to draw a card. Illusion is deleted. Of course, Cytheru does get to enter the battlefield now for Redscare next turn, given that Hobrat did not activate this round.
Yeah, which is okay. It's a good consolation prize.
Indeed.
The thing is, like, Cytheru is pretty squishy, so like Shilovy might just go ham on him.
Yes, and then the cycle of death continues, which I'm perfectly okay with.
Yeah. That's not a criticism at all to that respect. To that regard, sorry. Yeah, I'm not sure what you do here as Redscare, right? Because you've committed reasons which will probably not do much. You've led from hand.
So you could worship your illusion, to move it up to the minion, attack Freyhill or Korjoff to get a little bit of damage, flip against the minion, and then start chipping Pythoner's tower damage, or force Korjoff out of the dome, which means that you'll win the dome since Kenwi presenced.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That would work. AG, do you mind swapping Cytheru's health token on the trackbar
with the figure?
Yeah, with the figure. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, it's not that.
Yeah, because it'll.
Yeah, thanks also. Thanks for the suggestion, Chris.
Yep. All right, so we do see, meanwhile, Pythoner is going to continue skirmishing against Akuti, so Akuti does take 2 damage from the piercing skirmish. Now, of course, Akuti... Pythoner actually decided to stay put because the skirmish resolves fully before Akuti gets to move. Interesting that he does that.
He's thinking about so he moves. It's I'm not sure about like this specific hex.
Yeah, I would have said you would have gone down onto the hex that has the number 3 because then again, like I said right now, you can yank Kenwi, but she's still going to be within 3 of the illusion at any of the other hexes that you pull her to, which means that she'll be able to dance away if Pythoner wins the dome.
I mean, that might be because he's thinking about leading and he doesn't want to be in a position where he can be pushed out of the dome because he doesn't know about his opponent cards.
That's fair. That's a good point. Does he have anything that could do that, though?
No, he doesn't, but he could.
No, that's true. Yeah, it's a game of I don't know what you do have. That's fair.
There is a blue card for 2 that pushes people. So
yes,
that might be, exactly.
All right, so that takes care.
And like if you don't intend to attack with Freyhill or anything, it's not bad to go further away because then you force your opponent to spend an additional resource to get to you.
True. Yeah.
The thing is, like, I think if you don't want to lead, then maybe your Freyhill could just sit in between Korjoff and Shilovy, sorry, because then like it makes it a bit harder for your opponent to just go in and out of the dome where and how he wants. Because like if you put her between Shilevi and Korzhov, then your opponent kind of has to, like, if Kenry wants to come and hit her, she can't get out of the dome easily. She has to go all the way around again.
True.
Where here, unless you move unless you move Korzhov forward, you're gonna be in a position where Kenry can get out from here. Like she could move, attack Freyel, and skirmish out, for example. It's not great, but she could do it, which she couldn't if you'd put Freyel in the empty slot between the two roses.
All right, well, it does see that Freyhill did go for the lead action here, so currently the dome is tied, which is important, of course, as Skytear Master is one of our victory conditions today. Win the lead of the control token inside the dome. Oh, and Akuti's going to pop the presence. Okay, so now it makes it such that Pythoner cannot even tie unless he manages to eject one of the two heroes for Redscare.
Well, he actually can if he has a presence.
But true, that's true. If he does have a presence of his own, Korzhov could play the presence.
And then that would be terrible for Redscare, right? Because like that's a, I get now why he played the first one is because he knew he had another one. So like it's his opponent killing his Habaret is like investment of resources to not really solve the problem of the dome. But like if his opponent is able to tie it, then that's a bit sad because you've spent 2 prisons for nothing. If he can't though, that's pretty good because you've played with the hero down that turn, but you get the outsider, which kind of compensates for it, and then next turn you've got Seifu coming back immediately, so that's pretty okay.
Yep. All right. So, oh, the +3 on the attack. All right, that's where you want to see your +3s.
That's
so that's actually going to bring Freyhill down to 6. Ooh, Freyhill is within kill range here, and if the terror responds, Freyhill might be in a little bit of trouble.
I think with the terror, she's in trouble because like you move Freyhill on the other side, on the hex 3. Well, I mean, providing that the situation on the board doesn't change too much, right? But then you roll and you push Shilevi away, and Freyhill just aside Akuti after having attacked her. So like she's gonna end up here having taken damage and being slowed, and yeah, not a really good place to be in, honestly.
Yep. All right, and there's the minion kill from the Retribution passive. So right now, there is tower damage that will occur. 2 points of damage here. It is 4-1, which means 3 lead. 1 minion point will go for Pythoner, and then 2 more against his tower. So Korzhov either has to yield the dome.
I think Korzhov has to go to lane here. If you don't have a presence, obviously. If you have one, then you just tie the dome. I mean, I think you don't tie the dome. You just give up the dome because tying it doesn't do much, right? But like it prevents the terror to do anything. But I think at that point you kind of need to save your lane.
Yes, yeah. Go to lane, slam the control token so that it goes flying towards Redscare. Freyhill's going to bite the dust, but you do have a. No, Skytear's coming next round. Never mind.
I think Eric, the point is like, Korzhov would have went to lane anyway. I think because like, otherwise it's 3 damage on the tower, which are kind of free, right?
Yeah.
I don't feel like it's a good situation to be in. It's like Korzhov would have went out of the dome anyway. If it's that good, you would have done it anyway. No, I think playing the prisons makes sense because if you're Redscare, you kind of know that Korzhov is gonna go out of the dome anyway. Like keeping him in the dome is a mistake from your opponent unless he has a presence, and even with a presence to tie the dome, it doesn't make a massive amount of sense. It's like if you don't play the presence, then your opponent would tie the dome by staying, but why would he stay? Like you just give up the dome and you save your lane.
Well, we'll see exactly what Korzhov decides to do here. So I assume we'll see move, attack, and lead as his actions.
Yeah, very likely. Yeah, it could be skirmish attack and lead action.
Oh, true. Yeah, true. Yeah, a movement action. Actually, skirmish being better. Yeah, because you could smack a cootie on your way out.
And I don't think Redscare has any way to make that fizzle.
No. He does not have any time.
You would need like a self move to go 1 hex down near Kenui, and that would put her out of range of Korja. So that might be one of the reasons why Pythoner, not knowing the deck, would decide not to do it. Because like maybe the risk of getting that fizzled would be too bad. Yeah, I'd say the same, Eric, but that's the reason why you wouldn't do it anyway. Like, if as a player you feel like you're happy about your opponent doing something, then you should probably assume he's gonna know that and not do that. Like, when I'm looking at the board, I'm like, okay, I would be super happy if my opponent does that, and I'm just like, yeah, okay, I should assume he won't, right? Because
once again,
if you're assume my opponent is an idiot, right?
Yes, if you're assuming that your opponent is going to mess up, you're probably banking on a bad strategy. All right, so let's see. So Pythoner still does have the 2 mana on Korjoff, again, still mulling it over. He does have 4 cards in hand, so does have a slight card advantage at this point, but we'll see if Presence is among them, of course. He may also have another Nightmares Incarnate, so if he doesn't have a Presence with Korjoff, you can move out, attack a minion, Nightmares Incarnate, another minion, and then lead. That will also certainly help your control value.
The other problem, Eric, I see is that if your opponent also has the Presence, then you're losing the Dome. And, like, Korjoff could stay and play the Presence, and then you're in a terrible position. So you need to play that second Presence to be sure he doesn't get the Outsider.
Oh, okay. Well, here comes the skirmish action targeting Akuti. So Pythoner is going to say, you know what? I'm going to bank on you not having a way to stop this. +1 damage
safe,
there.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean,
okay, so we're going into the lane.
That would mean you're running a -1 with Akuti, which is usually not something you're super keen on doing.
Yes, because anyone who has run time glitches, or not time glitches, time warps with Akuti knows it will always be flipped when you're trying to kill that minion.
And when it matters, especially.
Yes, when it matters.
Well, I wouldn't say it's a gamble, because like you haven't seen any of the Presence of your opponent yet, so it would be a gamble if he has like one of them left, but you haven't seen any of the 3, so you're in a situation where it's actually pretty likely that he might have one.
So here's another thing. If Akuti goes into the lane, Akuti has Presence and has a lead action, which means that if she would have taken advantage of Kenui's illusion, Kenui would have been able to tie the Dome, and then Akuti probably would have countered anything that Korjoff did in the lane, which would have pushed the lane advantage even further. So interesting choice by Redscare.
Yeah, that is true.
Interesting choice by Redscare not to do that. And comes the Nightmares Incarnate that we thought. Okay, very nice. Dead minion again. So currently it's 2/2 plus whatever Korjoff leads with. I don't think Pythoner's running that many mana. Oh no, he's running no mana-less. Oh no, he does have Psychic Shield. So hopefully that's not a Psychic Shield that he just led with, and there will be some advantage. Korjoff leads with a 3. Okay, very nice.
You'd want to have at least a 2, right? Because you want the token to go at least in a position where it's threatening next turn.
Yes.
You don't want it to be just back in the middle.
Yep. All right, so we have a 3 lead over there and a 2 lead as well. So the bear is going to come out now. So that is 1 point on Skytear Master for Redscare. And here comes the Terror Bear. So, the Terror of the Endless Night, as we mentioned.
I think he's going to do exactly what we talked about earlier.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I was going to say, you're going to spawn into cover hex, probably reposition Freyhill, and then maybe attack her?
You attack her, you reposition her, and you roar. Well, the roar might not be the best thing you can do, actually.
Yeah, you might want to maybe just disarm her. Oh, wait, that's the pull.
Disarm Shilovy, actually, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, disarm has changed. It's not as good as anymore on Shilovy. Maybe Freyhill is better because she's got piercing. So.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's see. Freyhill's getting pinged here, so something. Oh, +3. That's gonna hurt.
Oops, that's bad.
Yep. So now the question is, do you just skirmish to kill her?
Yeah, exactly. You might think about killing her here because you just need a +1. So no, +2 you need.
Yeah.
Now, so... No, you need +2. That's not that easy.
Yeah.
It's a gamble. I don't think it's a good one. You're playing. Oh no, you're playing second. Yeah, that might still. You might still want to do it because no action cards can be played. So like, if you can kill her without any option of her being saved, that's still not bad.
So the problem is you could have Glacial Rebirth as Freyhill. So
no, you can't. You can't right now because you're.
No. Right now, I see. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, that's the point. It's like if you kill her now, there is no reaction or anything.
Correct.
And also she's exhausted, so like.
Yes.
It's a much better time to kill her than next turn. But I think like he moved Chill Levy, so I think he's gonna just roar and send them back.
Yep, that looks to be the case. Push both of them, slow both of them.
Yeah, he could decide to push just Chill Levy in the hex in the dome, and then Freyal is stuck where she is.
Yeah. And no, we're gonna try to kill.
So he moved Chill Levy.
Oof. Okay, but where are you going to move the bear?
Okay.
Now, this is important because remember, hunting for power is on the battlefield, which means that if the terror bear does die, then that's also a victory.
And he didn't kill Freyal, so.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not convinced about that skirmish, honestly. And I think not moving it is probably, yeah. It's a little bit unappealing, honestly, as a situation.
All right, well, let's see what happens.
Do you remember if Redscare has any ice walls?
He does. He has 3.
No. Pythoner has 3 on Freyal. But Redscare, I don't think so.
Yeah, he does. He has 3 on Kenway.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah, at least he's got that against the ending for power. But...
Yep. Although, to be fair, right now, neither Akudi nor Kenway are able to hit the Terror Bear with ice.
Yeah, not in that position, but like I don't think. Well, I don't think Pythoner is in a position where we can kill him in 1 activation. Because as soon as the bear takes 1 damage, he can move.
Well, the thing is...
you would need to activate Gorjov, right? And you would need to use him to block the way.
So what you can then do is you can stack on healing cards from Freyhill and Dance of the Predator from Shillavi. So basically, you just lock it up and say, all right, we're going to 100-0 this. Either I die because you're going to have like 15 activations, or the Terror Bear dies and it's game over.
Wait, but as soon as he takes a damage point, he can decide.
It gets the reaction, and then the retaliation goes on the stack, and so you then use your reaction before it gets to take the retaliation. So like Korjoff attacks, okay, the Terror Bear gets its retaliation. Before the retaliation resolves, Freyhill plays a Nourish. So now a second retaliation is sitting on the stack. I play another Nourish to damage it again. Now 3 retaliations are on the stack.
Yeah, okay, yeah, but you would need to have enough healing cards to do that, right?
Yes, you would. Yes, so it is going to cost a lot of mana to do that. But it is actually possible with Freyhill, Shillavi, and Korjoff. If Pythoner has ultimates for all 3 of them, I think it could be done.
Yeah, I mean it could be, but I'm not sure. Like that's not very likely. We've seen the sacrifice played already, also.
We have.
But yeah, it could happen.
Yeah. Okay, so.
But the point I was making is like you don't even need that, right? Because if you play Korjoff first and you put him in the MTX, then the bear can't go out of range.
That's a fair point.
Because like he's stuck by Aethusium Kenway. So like, he's in 3x's range of all of your heroes. So I think you're good killing him this way also.
Yep. The other thing too is Cytheru may just have Final Judgment ready to go and just rain down a blast that catches all 3 of Pythoner's heroes and the bear.
Yeah, that only works if you're activating Cytheru then. So
yes.
You need the bear to survive the first activation.
That is very true.
Which is entirely possible. But...
Yeah, although Pythoner still does have the Flux. Let's keep that in mind. It is turn 3 and the Flux has not been used.
Yeah, which is a bit of a shame, honestly.
Get the nun out, start ringing the shame bell. Ding, ding, ding.
No, I mean, it's fine. It means you didn't really need it, right? But it's also an advantage you didn't really capitalize on.
Sure. especially given that I will be honest, I haven't checked the statistics for season 2 yet, but in season 1 there was a significantly higher win percentage for the second player than there was the first player on the Ashen Pass map. 2-lane was about 50-50 evenly split, but Ashen Pass, significantly higher chance for the second player to be the victor.
I'd say it's very hard to infer given how much the rules have changed. It could still be possible. Like, I'm not saying it's not the case. It's just like I wouldn't jump on that conclusion now because, like as you said, until we've got data, there has been so many rules changed.
I agree. Is there? Let's see.
Unsure.
Is there? Okay, so I have the data for spring 2021. It's about a 50-50 split, but that's for all maps. So that's including 2-lane and Ashen. I don't know that I can split it directly on this screen to just Ashen. Probably not.
We see Freyal going with a worship, so she gets the piercing.
Ooh, and a +3 on the heal. You love to see it as Pythoner. That's going to bring her up to 5.
Really good.
Very nice timing. So we do see the worship action from Pythoner, but also potentially now maybe the Glacial Rebirth comes out for further healing, and then that would actually damage both Akuti and the bear. Kenwi is range 4, which means she's not within Freyhill's line of sight, but you would still be able to heal Freyhill an additional value, although of course that might be immediately erased by the fact that
you'd also heal
so that's not smart.
A tiny bit. Man.
Yep. All right, so we are going to attack Akuti.
Yeah. So that just tells he isn't going for the bear this turn. I mean, not this turn, definitely not.
Holding up though, potentially Akuti may have a reaction. Possibly Word of Nupton might be coming out.
What for? Because
well, you could disarm Korjoff and then you would kill Akuti.
You could disarm Korjoff. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Nope, doesn't look like it though. So Akuti is going to take some damage and runs into the bush. So, okay, we're finally getting out of the dome.
Andreas, you did miss Habrod getting smashed.
Habrod got whacked.
On the second turn, sorry. He took a lot of damage early and then died on the second turn pretty quickly. Freyal getting down to 1 and getting healed by a +3 back to 5, which is a little bit gross.
Yep.
And I think that's basically what you missed, right? Like.
Yep. Also, the unveiling of the victory card.
The new victory card, which I'm going to show back again for people who might have missed it at the beginning.
Yep, so the new victory card here, as Aethusium is bringing it up on screen, is called Showdown. First hero that is drafted by each player is designated as their leader, and then if the leader of your team kills the leader of your opponent's team, you win the game. So for the purpose there of this particular game, Kenwi is Redscare's leader, and Shalavi is Pythoner's leader.
Yeah, and the wording explicitly says your leader defeats, so you can't. It's not just about activation, right? It really needs to come from your leader. So, like, if you're playing a card from someone else during the same activation of your leaders to kill the enemy leader, you're not getting the win because it really needs to come from your leader.
All right, so we did see Akuti go for the worship action, the attack action there, and now for a skirmish action against Korjoff to get back in there. And a +3 on the flip. All right, well, that's Final Judgment flipped, so we know we're not going to see Cytherio casting that. But still, nevertheless, you're happy to use +3 on a skirmish there, because Korjoff is now down to 11.
Yeah, the only slight worry is that, like, you're splitting damage. And I mean, if you intended to go back anyway, that's the right play, right? But
yeah.
It's like, no, you've got Freyal at 5 HP and Korjoff at 11. And you're like, yeah, good. I still need to kill Freyal first.
Yes.
It's like, it's not a very, very nice setup anyway.
Yeah, you do have...
Sephiroth might be able to do it, though.
Yep. So, Korjoff, I think, needs to play defense here, actually, or Shalavi, really. Needs to play... Probably Korjoff would be better, because otherwise Cytherio might just turn and kill him, and now that he's at 11. puts Kordjoff in the dome and just form the Great Wall of Heroes.
Yeah, exactly. Just put him in that MTX, and no, Sethru is like. Well, I mean, yes and no, because like, if Sethru just throw his illusion in and.
True.
Like it's not done. Like he might move just aside where Kordjoff is, and then you spawn your illusion that goes just in between Frail and Shilevi, and then you use your Soul Scream from here.
That is also true.
Yeah, you wouldn't get the +1 though because you're not in line of sight.
So apparently the ruling works out that if you cast it through the illusion, that makes you in line of sight of it automatically. They made that ruling. Yeah, so basically anytime you use Sethera's Sniper Tower ability...
That's unfair because like so many heroes got the Within 3 on them, but like all their other abilities remain like, well, yeah, but you're not in line of sight, so you're not getting that extra little bit.
Well, that's that's what it was. I mean, Hokusai's armor melt is...
Yeah, exactly. It's like it needs line of sight for the armor. Yeah.
Well, that's how I was told the ruling went down, so...
No, I mean... Maybe it makes sense based on the rules how they're written.
Yeah.
But it just doesn't feel fair.
All right, well, meanwhile, we do see... Okay, so interestingly enough, Kordjoff is actually going to stay in the lane, which means that if Redscare has a Shatter Mine, Nightmares Incarnate, Kordjoff is very much within kill range here.
Yeah, that's pretty risky.
Oh, no, he just worshipped. So he's going to heal. It's gonna be tough to do 14 damage because I've seen a couple Shatter Mines be thrown away, so it's gonna be tough to deal unless you get like perfect flips and have another Nightmare Incarnate and Shatter Mind. Kordjoff should be okay.
Yeah, it looks a bit rough. I mean, maybe with the illusion it's not impossible, but.
Oh, he didn't heal? Okay. He shapeshifted Kordjoff and didn't heal.
Yeah, I think he forgot. Oh yeah, and then
that's gonna pay because now you just die.
Well, it might not be Kordjoff, might be Frail, because like you've got 5 moves, so you can get into the dome.
¿Por qué no los dos?
Yeah, there is the move you get into the dome.
Okay, so actually we might just go and kill the bear. Actually.
No, that's super risky because like if Frail has a heal, she snipes it right away. No, just kill Frail.
Yep. All right. So this is going to be 5++.
Okay,
so we're going to hit the bear. We're going to hit the bear.
I mean, I hope you've got your own redirect, right? Because like this way, Acuity just redirects it back to Frail.
Correct. All right. So redirect is going to force the attack that was against Freyhill, which would almost certainly kill her because I don't think that there's any -1s to be flipped here. So that would guarantee Freyhill dies onto the Terror Bear, which means then that the bear is going to swipe. Oh, and that would have been just enough to kill. So the bear, no one put their HP on there. That's okay. Yeah, bear is now down to 13, and so now the bear is going to take a swing.
Andrews, I think no, I don't think AG is hoping for Dead Kenui because, like, the reason he hates her is because he knows that's pretty hard.
It's the illusion. Yeah. Like honestly, pretty much the entirety of my hatred for her comes from her illusion.
I mean, it's okay. It makes her safe, but also like it doesn't help her to do proactive things. So.
Oh, I've seen people do tons of things, all sorts of ways with her. I hate this champion. I asked Giacomo how much I would have to pay in order to delete Kenui, and I think he said it around $100,000. And I said, all right, I'm going to start a GoFundMe. I'll give you PvP Geeks 100,000 if we just delete Kenui from the entire universe.
Yeah, I'm going to try to get that price raised a little bit because I'd like her to stay around.
You disappoint me.
There are quite a few funny things to do with Kenui.
All right, we do see the skirmish action there. Of course, 0 on the flip does not matter. It is a +2 thanks to the frenzy from the Unstoppable, which means that Freyhill is now down to 3. And even though she is... Oh, she's not shapeshifted. Okay.
No,
she wouldn't use it anyways.
And that redirect really saved her.
Yeah. All right, so the Terror Bear is down to 13, which means we may just see a rundown and kill.
I think
totally possible.
Maybe still a little bit high.
Yeah, you'd need to do a lot of damage with Shalavi, and have like some healing cards with Freyhill, and have Kordjoff's Featherstorm. Okay, yeah, presence after the flux has been popped looks good. Gonna take a look at 2 cards.
If you can deal a little bit more damage on the outsider, then maybe you can kill him pretty safely in the next activation. But like, I think you'd like to keep enough resources to be able to kill him safely from Sephiroth praying the Nightmare Incarnate.
Right. So if we take a look at the discard pile
Sephiroth doesn't have mana
Redscare,
though, so it would need to be a Kuti, so like it would be just 2 damage. So.
Yep. Let's see. I see 1 Nightmare. No, Nightmare's Incarnate. I see 3 copies of Nightmare in the
so it's
graveyard
off the board
for Redscare. So if Pythoner does a deck
so.
search, he'll know that that's not an option he needs to worry about.
Yeah. So yeah, there is actually no more reaction card, and oh yeah, there could be the disarm from a Kuti.
So the disarm comes from her illusion, so that's not a problem either.
No, the migraines.
Migraine would be an issue, yes.
Yeah, it would be, but it would be just 1 damage. So, like you really need an awful time for that.
Let's see. How many migraines are discard here? Actually, no migraines in the discard. Did Redscare even bring a migraine?
I think he's got 3 of them in his deck, right?
I'll be totally honest, I forget. Let me take a look here.
Oh no, sorry, it's exhaustion. No, he doesn't have any. He doesn't have any.
No, he doesn't. No, so migraine also not a problem. Of course, Pythoner can't know that. Pythoner knows that Nightmare Incarnate isn't an option, but he doesn't know that migraine is also not an option.
There's actually no way. So 2 things. There is literally no way Redscare can actually save that, prevent Python to kill the outsider with a reaction. He doesn't have any more available. The second thing is, we said earlier that he had no way to make the skirmish fizzle, and that's actually wrong because he's got 1 time warp on Sephiroth.
Oh, I missed the time warp.
Yeah, I missed it too because there is just 1 of them.
Yep, there it is. It is buried in there. You are correct. So we were mistaken. Oh, and a +3 on the flip there, but that flip there is Shillavy's ult, which means we won't be seeing it played in hand.
Yeah, but
however,
it's an
is down to 3.
though, so like, yeah, she's probably dying that turn.
Yep.
Oh no, because she's gonna move. So well, you can still skirmish. No, you can't skirmish targeting her anymore. So she might die on. No, she's not gonna die this turn anymore. I don't think so. Maybe on an outsider activation. But I don't think you let your. Oh yeah, there is a presence on Shillaby though. So like, you're gonna lose the outsider anyway.
Yep. Oof. All right, yeah, because Kenway is the last person to activate here.
But if you put Kenway into the, I think it's too hard to save her because like even if you put Kenway into the cover hex, you can still spawn the outsider near the bear minion, and like you just move aside our Kuti and you smash her. So like she's got 1 armor, but like with 3 damage, there is literally no chances that she survives. So.
Yep.
No, I think she's dead anyway. Yeah, no matter what, she's dead now. And it would be good for Python to kill her now because she's exhausted. So like Habrut come back exhausted, and that's pretty bad for Redscare.
Well, remember the way that it works now. Habrut would actually come back the turn after.
Yeah, the turn after.
We're on turn 3. Habrut would come back turn 5, which means turn 4 would be played with a 3-2 disadvantage.
Yeah, which is terrible.
Yes, very much. Like. Being down 33% of a team on this map is brutal.
I mean, especially with the conditions where you've got a Skytear master and you're losing the lane, like that's really not good.
Okay, so Kenway's going to come out. All right, so it looks like we're going to try to do some damage to Kordjoff.
Well, also he's putting himself in the cover hex we were talking about.
Yes, making it a little bit harder for the terror.
Yeah, but then the terror can just come and smash them anyway. So
yes.
I don't feel like it makes a massive difference.
All right, so you can attack Kordjoff here, and Kordjoff could then retaliate with Revenge. It would be piercing, so Kenway would take a little bit of chip damage.
Yeah.
All right, there's the attack action. Does Pythoner respond with anything? Kordjoff does have 3 mana, so Kordjoff actually could just use Featherstorm here.
Well, you don't want to because you want the revenge trigger, right?
Do you though?
Yeah, I think so.
You could Featherstorm, kill a Kuti, fizzle Kenway's attack, and still be within range of the control point. Like, you could do a lot if you just Featherstorm here. I have to double check and make sure that Featherstorm does things in the way I thought it was. Yep.
Yeah, it does, but...
Yeah, teleport and then do damage. So you could teleport.
Yeah,
yep, there it is. There comes Featherstorm. So we're going after Akudi, I would imagine.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so Featherstorm basically lets Kordjoff teleport anywhere he wants on the battlefield, and once he arrives, he can then do 3+ a flip damage to an adjacent enemy hero.
Is it
who is almost certainly
is it target hex on the battlefield? I think so.
No, it is place Kordjoff anywhere on the battlefield, which means you cannot redirect it. And there's the Akudi Psychic Shield.
I mean, it doesn't matter. Yeah, at least you've saved Kordjoff. No, I mean it's bad anyway. No.
Yeah, the main point here is that you've just fizzled Kenwi's attack, which would have been 3+.
No. What you can do is you sit just in between Kenwi's and Akuti, and now if Kenwi's attack, you just revenge an Akuti. Like you sit in between Kenwi's Akuti and Akuti's illusion.
True.
And now Kenwi's gonna smash you, and you're like, fine, I'm gonna revenge an Akuti now.
Yep. Okay, so interestingly enough, also, the adjacent enemy hero does not have to be target, which means Kordjoff could go into the dome and then flip against Akudi nevertheless.
No, you can't, because then Kenwi can't
yes,
hit
you can.
No, she doesn't hit
well,
you.
No, I'm talking about the Featherstorm. I'm bypassing the revenge trigger. I'm just saying we're going to use Featherstorm's damage.
Yeah, but the Featherstorm damage should... I mean, you could put them on Kenwi, right?
Where is he going?
I think he's thinking about it.
He's like going all over. Like, I mean, to be fair, he can literally anywhere that he wants due to the fact that this is a place on the battlefield. So I mean, to be fair, there's only a number of spots where you might actually want to place.
You could take the damage on Sefru also.
You could. Also an option. Sefru is down to 11.
You don't really have to put them on Akuti. Well, you have not to, basically, because you don't really want to anymore. She's gonna
with the Psychic Shield,
anyway.
yeah.
But
the
then
thing
it's a
is,
bit of a waste to... Yeah, it's a bit of a waste to put yourself in a place where you don't do any damage with that.
So here's the thing, though. It also applies disarm. So at that point, I think you'd be okay taking the Kenwi attack because it's only 1+ a flip.
Yeah, I think so. It's like you just sit here, you disarm Kenwi, you deal her damage, and then you're fine, I'm gonna revenge an Akuti.
Yeah, and the revenge won't get blocked by Psychic Shield because revenge is not a power card.
Yeah, and Akuti can't really say, okay, I'm gonna move using Kenwi's illusion as a reaction, because then you free the hex for the outsider, which puts him in a better position to kill her. So.
Yep. And not only that, you completely seed the lane there.
I think
well, I guess Kenwi can still lead.
Yeah, I think Kordjoff is really nice, like where I said, just in between Akuti, Kenwi, and Akuti's illusion, because you do exactly that. And then you move, when you get the outsider, you move him on Akuti's illusion, you hit Akuti, and you get Frenzy to Kordjoff.
Yes,
and then next turn
you start
with Kordjoff. Beginning of next turn, you're like, yeah, I'm gonna like deal a lot of damage, probably on Sefru. Like I just go here, I smash him for 6+, then I skirmish, like maybe I play a power card and I skirmish away from him. No, I like this positioning a bit less because you're putting yourself.
I agree with you now. Once I reread the card and saw that there's disarm as well as not too thrilled about this. I like your positioning better.
I mean, disarm on Sefru is not bad either.
Right, but the problem is now you're giving up in the lane when all three of you
exactly.
You are not going to lose Kordjoff. Like, there's a 0% chance here that Kenwi kills him.
The thing is also you don't need that lane. It's just like, but it would be good to have it, right?
Yeah. Like, yeah, there's no way
especially
to do tower damage. The control token isn't within range.
And where you are, your lead doesn't matter.
Oh, well. All right. Well, that's the end of that, I guess. So that control token's going to be flying against Pythoner's tower now. As Kenwi did lead with a 3 there, so that's 5-1. So that's flying back 4.
Yeah.
Still no tower damage, though. And now... somebody just dies. Sefru has... Sefru is going to get slashed.
Might be both? No, it can't be both. Doesn't sound reasonable. No, I think you kill Akuti.
Yeah, that's true. You could kill Akuti as well. That's a good point. You've already seen Final Judgment, so you're not necessarily scared of that happening. So, then of course you can just activate Shillavi and Cat Scratch Fever kill him next turn.
Yeah, exactly. Like she's placed to kill. To kill Sefru properly already. So like, why would you bother? Like, well, I mean,
because you hate Sefru.
Yeah, but then what do you do? Like, you attack for 3+, and you might not even kill him with the terror. Actually, like.
Well, you definitely won't kill him. There's a 0% chance that you kill him. There's no way that you can kill him at all, because the best you can do is 5.
Why so? Why so? You attack and you skirmish, like you might.
Because
there is the one armor. Forgot about it. Yeah, forgot about it.
Yeah, so there's a 0% chance that we actually kill him.
Yeah, just go on Akuti. She's gonna die, for sure.
Yeah.
And then you can always like place Kenui aside in the back and roar on her, push her into the dome slowed, and you're like, yeah, you won't do anything next turn.
Yeah.
Because you're too far from the token. You're in the dome with everyone. Like, just stay here. I mean, it's not great, but it's. I guess you've killed someone already, so you're good.
Yeah. All right, here we go. The terror is going to activate right there, apparently.
Okay, that's interesting.
Oh no, we're just gonna. Yep, we're gonna kill Cytheru. All right. So this is gonna be 4 damage minus the armor, brings Cytheru down to 4 HP.
Yeah, they're forgetting.
Somebody's not looking at the arm. There we go. Okay. I guess technically speaking, 2+3s would have actually killed Cytheru, because that would have been exactly enough. But now that we've seen the +1, it is.
Yeah, or maybe a +3 and a +1 would have done it too. But
yeah.
It's not.
All right, so
it doesn't sound awesome.
Cytheru's going to move, thanks to Kenwi's illusion.
Yeah, I really don't like that. I think killing Akuti was much better.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because
your opponent is playing without a hero for a full turn, which would have been like.
Yes. So I guess you give Bloodlust to Kenly, or I'm sorry, not Kenly, to Shillavi.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
And then I don't know what you just maybe pull Cytheru back.
Well,
I guess that's not really. It doesn't matter. Yeah, that's a waste.
And skirmishing on him is not good either, because then you block the way for Shillavi, which is not really good.
Maybe you just move the bear back to the cover hex that's by the minion, so that you just keep it safe from an attempted snipe. Like I just don't know what you do with your third action.
Yeah, with 13 HP, we'd probably not get sniped, but yeah, that's a reasonable thing to do anyway.
All right. Well, we're going to use the third skill, which is the Frenzy. So Shillavi's going to get Bloodlust.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense.
And yeah, I just don't know what you do with the last action, to be honest.
Nothing apparently.
Oh, we're gonna pull Cytheru. Okay.
I mean, you're first to activate, so yeah, it makes sense. Shillavi just kill him. But like, I feel like it was better to just go and kill Kenui and then.
Yeah, I agree with you.
And then
kill Akuti.
Yeah, you just. Yeah, kill Akuti. Sorry, and just like, probably just move Kenui aside.
You could like throw her down, or push her and slow her. Or something.
You cannot, because you don't have enough actions. But like, you can at least move her aside on the other side. Like.
True. Yeah. Like, you could. Yeah, you would be able to move or push her. Yeah.
Yeah, I was a bit optimistic earlier.
Yep. Oh well. All right. Well, that brings us into round number 4 here. So, the game thickens, just like a good chili, and so now I think we watch a lot of people. We've got 3 people that are under 5 HP, and I'm expecting to see a lot of carnage, which makes me very happy.
It's like, I feel Freya might not even die, and the 2
I don't think she does.
Dead already. So
I mean,
it doesn't look good for Redscare, honestly.
Yeah, maybe you send Kenwi in to go and assassinate her or something, but like.
She might just heal.
Yeah,
we've seen a single healing card being played. I mean, they might have some flips, but played, we've seen a single one. Yeah, she's gonna. Yeah, she might kill Cytheru. Shields by 2. You attack Cytheru, you kill him, and then you go on the line, I guess. Yeah, you go in the cover hex and you'll lead here. Oh no, because you've worshipped as your first action. So.
Correct.
Yeah, there's the attack.
Did he flip over his deck? Oh, he flipped over his deck. There might be a chance that he has.
3 damage.
And the redirect. Okay.
Oh no, okay, yeah, sorry, my bad. Yeah, that's not the flipped card, obviously. 3, yeah, I'm starting to be a bit tired. Redirect on the, yeah, okay. That might be, yeah, Freyel taking back some damage.
So the only reason I can think of why you would worship before you attacked a Shillavi, well, first of all, I guess it would be to prepare for this redirect, although sacrifice is going to come down because now, after the bear, if the bear swipes Shillavi, then you just revenge on Cytheru and kill him.
Yeah, but you wouldn't swipe Shillavi,
Oh,
you would
for
swipe
God's
Freyel.
sake.
He...
Wait, what?
Okay.
Why are you playing Whisper of Nupton and creating Cytheru's illusion? What is this going to do? You have 2 mana left.
He's gonna move Seth. Oh, that's nice.
Okay.
That's super nice.
Interesting. All right, that's a very good use of the Time Warp. So we're going to... Time Warp normally lets you move 1 hex. However, if you play it through Cytheru's illusion, it's going to let you move 4 hexes.
4 hexes, yeah. Which is the reason why he's playing 1, I guess.
Yeah, because now the bear, well, now Shillavi won't be able to take revenge or use the sacrifice action unless we have more healing cards coming out from Freyhill at this point. Very nice. This is actually a really good play here by Redscare.
Yeah, it is.
As the redirect has resolved, so Cytheru no longer needs to be in line of sight of Shillavi. Yeah. I assume it resolved.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, because if it didn't resolve, then it would now fizzle because you have to be able to target. So, or maybe it just does fizzle because well, I guess because Pythoner reacted to sacrifice before. Oh yeah, because Pythoner would have played sacrifice before letting the redirect resolve.
Yeah, that is true.
Python has the reaction window, so then Cytheru had to run. Okay, so redirect does not actually go off, which means that the attack simply fizzles because
it would have fizzled. The attack would have fizzled anyway.
Okay, well there we go. And so then the final action there was to lead. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
That was Freyhill activating, not Shillavi. Whoops.
Yeah, it was Freyhill activating.
I was thinking it was Shillavi this entire time.
No, it was a bit confusing because, like, the activation token was on Kenui. But, like, he activated Freyhill, he started with the shapeshift.
Yeah, okay.
Like, when he activated, we saw the activation token on Freyhill, and then for some reason he will move to Kenui, which might have caused some confusion.
Oh well. Alright, so yeah, so that was actually Freyhill that went with the worship, the attack that was redirected, and then failed, and then went for a lead from the deck.
Yeah, which makes sense. I mean, you don't have too much to do anymore here. Moving doesn't give you much things, but putting you at risk of some cards, so...
Right.
Let's just stay
the other thing... Lead. Now, the important thing to notice here, Cytheru is now out of range of both Kenui and Akuti's illusion. So, no dodging.
Yeah, and he doesn't have any mana, so, like, he's... And he doesn't have any mana left, so he's, like, super exposed.
Correct. So now, Shillavi could simply skirmish or move out.
Yeah, but I mean, you're gonna play before she does.
I'm sorry?
Because you're gonna play before she does, because Freyhill just ended her activation, right? So it's your turn to play. Like, this 4-hex move was a bit... Yeah. So you can always bring Kenui closer.
Yeah. Bring Kenui's illusion a little bit closer, or you could actually just put Kenui on top of the Cytheru illusion and make it... oh, wait,
that's
no, that
what
minion...
I would...
I couldn't tell where that one minion is, yeah. Although, if Pythoner did manage to draw Dance of the Predator off the reshuffle, you still have a way to be able to chase down Cytheru anyways, even if Kenui tries to move.
I mean, even if she gets on top of the illusion, you still can. Like, the minion is on the X aligned with the others, so like there would still be a 3-hex aside safely, so you can just move and attack him. But like, he might use Kenry's illusion to then just move. Well, you could still be able to skirmish. Yeah, it sounds.
Oh,
sounds a bit.
So Akuti is going to play Time Glitch. All right, so
yeah.
fast.
I mean, you know she's dead, right? So, and she's probably dead. Well, you could play her last, and then she dies without having activated, but
correct.
Doesn't feel too good.
Oh. So we're gonna move, we're gonna skirmish, and then we're gonna lead, making it a little bit more difficult.
I would have attacked a minion honestly instead of leading here.
Or we're just gonna play Whisper of Nupton to bring the illusion over there, and now we're gonna kill.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, that makes sense.
Okay, so Pythoner now has to respond to this because right now his tower explodes.
I mean, he has damage dealers. I think he's got tools to answer that. Especially Korjaf is gonna get fast when activating. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I think Akuti is pretty dead now. Like you could move Shilovi first. You could potentially like kill. No, she's not shapeshifted. But...
You could kill both if you have the Dance of the Predator.
You can kill both without it. Like Shilovi goes kill Sefu, and Korjaf with the fast just moves straight to Akuti and kill her. Like,
that's very true.
Which is probably what I would do honestly. Like you just send Shilovi to kill Sefu, you lead, and then you send Korjaf to kill Akuti. And you're like, yeah, my tower is not blowing up. Maybe I will take some damage, but it's not even sure. And if, like in that situation, you lose Akuti, who's played, you lose Setru, who is not exhausted, but like you lose an activation this turn, you lose an activation next turn.
Yep.
It doesn't really bring you closer to, yeah, well, I get the dome, yeah, probably. Well, depends on what Kenry does though. Yeah, maybe no one gets the dome and it's tied. But Freya led from hand, so like, yeah, Kenry could from deck, so Kenry could just get into the dome and lead from hand, and you would get the dome possibly. So you're still not in a very good position, but at least you've bought yourself a lot of time.
All right, well, so again, for a few new people that were joining, the leader options here for the Showdown Victory card, which of course is not displayed. That's the blank card at the screen. Top, Kenwy is the leader for Redscare. Shilovi is the leader for Pythoner. If either one of them kill the other, then it's an automatic win via Showdown. Yeah,
we actually can see it on screen, but I don't want to have like the whole thing shifted on the side.
Makes sense.
There is the Shilovi and Kenwy token on the card. But I agree with you guys that like we should have an indicator on the victory conditions on the top. The thing is that currently the victory card isn't even showed. So that will probably happen someday, but it's a bit early.
The easiest way to fix that, I think, is if you just put your leader card as the leftmost hero, it would appear at the top of the HP tracker, and then we could just use that as the designator. That might be like the quick fix for now.
That would make sense.
All right, Pythoner thinking carefully here as the Akuti action has resolved. Akuti's see she is exhausted, so now we have to think here. Okay, it's Korjaf time.
I don't fully agree with that, but I see what he wants to do. Like he wants, because the thing is, okay, that's interesting.
We're gonna kill Korjaf.
Sefu, you mean?
Setharu, yeah, sorry. Korjaf is gonna do the killing.
I disagree with that choice, but...
Well, let's see.
I think you should have killed Sefu with Shilovi.
Yeah, I think so as well. All right, so that's a dead Setharu there. Setharu did not activate, as you mentioned. So Habarat does return turn 5. Yeah, just drop him right there. Or sort of. Physics are a thing. No! TTS! Yeah, I would just put him outside. We know where it's happening there.
Yeah.
And then we do see the skirmish action here. Does there come down a soul screen? You couldn't flip on Akuti, but you do have 4 mana. Can you do any?
Yeah, there is. Okay, then I completely agree with the line of play.
Yeah. Okay. So
in retrospect, with information, that's a good play. Because now you also wipe out a minion, which is good.
Yeah. So now Kenwy is alone without any. I am a happy person. That is exactly how it should be. And Pythoner's in a very good spot here because Kenwee can do not a whole lot. Freyhill probably wins the dome. Actually, if Kenwee does march down and leads from hand, that would force Shillavi to come out of the dome, but then again, Freyhill wins the dome as a result of that. So Redscare's kind of between a rock and a hard place.
Yeah, I think in that case you don't really care. Like you can just like Kenwee has to play, so you will adjust with Shillavi, right? Like if she gets into the lane, you get into the lane. If she gets into the dome, you just stay into the dome.
Oh, and Kenwee's going to play another Whisper of Nupton, so she's going to reposition her illusion for reason.
That's really weird.
I'm not sure why, because it's already adjacent to her? We're pinging the heroes for some reason. We know that Cytheru is returning turn 6, because he is going to take the place of Akuti. So this is one of those weird situations that happens whenever you've killed 2 heroes at the same time. Habarat has to be the one that respawns next, but then you get like a choice between the 2, Cytheru and Akuti, and it's just like, ugh. Oh well. All right, so Kenwee is going to go ahead and act. Oh no, Whisper of Nupton wasn't being played. I think it was the card that was being pulled off.
Oh, okay, yeah, I get it. Yeah, it was the card.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
makes more sense.
Yeah, Tate mentioned there's something weird like with the overlay, like if the card is half on.
Yeah,
go to
if it's half of the hero, yeah, exactly.
All right, so we do see a move, we do see the worship action, and I assume a lead action. Yeah. This pretty much is all that Redscare is going to get to do at this point, which feels really bad. That's the same.
Yeah, it's just the UI. UI book, yeah. So
Ouch.
I guess here you just get Shillavi out, kill a minion and lead, right?
Or get Shillavi out, whack. Oh no, you can't whack Ken.
No, you can't. You just get the minion and you lead.
Ugh.
Yeah, and then you're like,
yeah,
I'm tying or winning the lane depending on the leads.
Yep.
And I'm winning the dome, which means I'm 2 on Skytear Master, which means I'm in a good position for next turn to win.
Yep.
So yeah, sounds good.
And you have 3 heroes going into the next round, while Redscare only gets 2.
Yeah, and you get the outsider activation. So
yes, but Kenwee still. Oh no.
Yeah, but you don't care.
Kenwee.
You don't care because you're like, I'm gonna give Frenzy to Shillavi. I'm gonna push Kenwee away with slow, or like, just I'm gonna do whatever I want, right? This outsider activation is just like gravy here.
Mm-hmm. Is it turkey gravy, would you say, or is it like beef gravy?
Rather beef there.
Beef? Fair enough.
You aren't doing it enough with it. So that's turkey gravy.
Yep, we haven't seen the deck flip over yet for Redscare, so a couple more cards remaining before he gets to cycle through and try all the other cards, so his options are very limited in this case. All right, so Pythoner now activates Shillavi. Let's see what happens.
No, she's at 15, not 17, right?
Yeah, 15, not 17.
Yeah,
but Brovar is at 17, who has yet to enter the field. Yeah, I think you're right. It's Shillavi, move, attack a minion, lead, call it a day.
Yeah, I don't think you've got much better to do. I mean, depending on the cards in hand, maybe. And you've got 6 of them, so you might want to do something with this. But...
It's kind of a waste that Bloodlust turned into that, but I mean, like, you're still happy as Pythoner that, you've gotten 2 heroes killed.
Yeah. So worship on Frail.
Yep, heal Frail just a little bit. Go for the move action.
That's reasonable.
Mm-hmm.
But then you don't... Well, you just lead? It's a bit sad, right?
Well... So in this case, you do have 2 heroes to 3+, which means...
Oh, Kenwee hasn't led. Sorry, she hasn't led.
Oh, Kenwee didn't lead. No,
you're winning the lane.
Yeah, this is totally
anyway.
fine.
Okay, yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, you just tie the lane. And you're perfectly happy with that.
Yeah, I had it in mind. No, you don't tie it. You win it. You lead with Shillavi. You can win the lane by 2, right?
True. Oh, true. That's true. I'm still stuck on.
So you get rid. Oh, why?
Or you just do this.
Yeah, oh,
So
maybe.
this just
Yeah,
boosts
okay.
it.
He doesn't have a 3 mana card. That's why.
Yeah, he just wants to dig for a better mana card.
Yeah. So then you just lead, because now you can even just lead with a 2 and you're 2 up anyway. So you kill the 2 minions, you send the token back. You take the Skytear Master, you resolve. Yeah, that's just really good.
Yep, this looks really good for Pythoner at this point. And we do see a lead from the deck. I only saw him throw 1 card away, which was the Skytear Discharge. So that probably is going to be a 2 or 3 mana lead card. Very happy with that. So that'll win him both the lane and the dome.
Yeah, which means he's also going to go back to like 9 cards. He's going to have to throw away.
Oh, Kenwi did lead. Yeah, Kenwi did lead actually.
Oh,
she had a 2.
Did lead. Yeah, okay.
It didn't show up for us for a second there for whatever.
Yeah,
reason.
that was weird. Yeah. So.
Yeah, because I'm looking on the stream delay and it shows that Kenwi didn't have a lead until right when they.
Yeah, it was a bit weird.
That's weird.
I had in mind she led, so yeah.
Okay, so Terror Bear comes out.
So it's a little bit less good than we thought about.
So here's the thought. What you might do as the Terror Bear, attack Kenwi's illusion so that she A, can be targeted and B, can't run away. Give Bloodlust to, yep, that's what's going to happen. We're attacking the illusion so that Kenwi cannot flee. And now Shalavi's just going to beat the ever-living crap out of her on turn 5.
You've got an additional action there, so like, what do you do with that? Do you disarm Kenwi?
Disarmer.
It doesn't make a lot of sense.
Disarmer.
Yeah.
Yep,
okay.
Disarmer.
Yeah. You just say that because you don't like her, but it's not a move that makes a whole lot of sense, right? You could skirmish on her, actually.
You could skirmish, that's true, yeah. You could either disarm or skirmish, or one of these.
You just, like, you give the frenzy to Shilovi and then you skirmish, and you deal a bit of damage.
Yeah, giving the Bloodlust to Kenwi, or excuse me, to Shilovi is definitely the correct thing, and then, yeah you can disarm Kenwi, skirmish against her.
The thing is, like, even this way, right? You aren't going to kill her by far.
Well, you have 5 mana, right? So dependent on what Kordov has.
Yeah, sure. I was just talking about Shilovi. Like, you won't kill her with.
Oh,
Shilovi.
okay.
Yeah,
okay.
After that,
so
you might definitely.
She's in range of Kordov. So like, if Kordov has nightmares or something, like.
Yeah, he decided to go with the roar. He actually decided to go with the roar as the last action for the outsider.
Yeah. So
like
she's
slowed now. Yeah, which makes sense because no running away, right?
Correct.
Well, that might be, but it's trickier. And you've got only 3 cards in hand on Redscare side because he didn't got the lane. It was tied. And like the dome went for Pythoner. So,
yep.
Yeah, doesn't sound great.
All right, so Pythoner is on game point here with Skytear Master. 1 more does get it for him. Of course, again, there is the victory condition. If Shilovi kills Kenwi, then also a victory by showdown. The bear is at 13 hit points, which means
he might decide to go for the bear, actually.
Well, the problem is the bear can run away, right? Like.
Yeah, but like you do 7++, right?
True.
He can run away, but yeah, I mean, yeah, it's risky. There is Habruet around. Yeah, no, that might be too risky. Because then you run around the side Habruet and like Habruet just activates and kill him. And you've got
Kordov's activating.
So, yeah.
So Kordov's activating. We're gonna skirmish against Kenwi. Kenwi is not gonna run away, and this is piercing damage.
Yeah, he forgot the like fast and melee.
No, he worshipped as his first action.
Oh, he worshipped as. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, missed that.
So Kordov gets 4 damage.
Are you sure? Because like the actions show like skirmish and attack.
Yeah, it's eaten the commands. For some reason, TTS has been eating commands lately, so Kordov did worship, skirmish, attack.
Okay, then yeah, that sounds good.
Which brings Kenwi down to 9, which means that she is almost certainly about whacked here. As I'm assuming that we've got a Nightmares Incarnate somewhere to delete the illusion that she's inevitably going to pop here. And then Shilovi just runs her down.
You don't even need that, because like you could always use Freya to destroy the illusion, because you've seen the 3 Whispers of Whipton gone, so she won't be dropping it back again. So you can also say, yeah, Freya is just gonna get rid of the illusion, place herself in the range of damaging with like a spell card, and then you're like, yeah, I'm gonna play Shilovi and kill you, and just in case Freya is gonna like nourish or sacrifice on top of that.
Yep. All right. Let's see what we get here. Oh, but Habrat's actually going to go. Okay, so perhaps we're going to attempt to assassinate the Featherman? Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
We're going to attempt to assassinate Freyhill.
Yeah, that's a better play, because then she
We've
doesn't
seen
activate.
this before.
So you get into the door. Oh, that's interesting.
Oh, wait, Python might have a reaction here.
Doesn't look like he was going straight for the dome, right?
No, it looks like he was going for Featherboy. But Pythoner said, hold your horses, we've got a reaction.
Which is super surprising, because, like, Korshev has activated anyway.
Right. Huh.
So you might be tempted to capitalize for next turn, but, like, I think it's a bit... Well, actually, yeah, you could try to push the Nexus, like, if you kill Koryov.
Yeah.
And you lead, you're not in a bad position to try to push the Nexus with your Kenry, but she has to survive.
Well,
which is
that's
not
the problem.
Guaranteed.
Yeah, you've got 6++ coming in from Shilovy, and also Shilovy does yellow, which means that it's extremely... Okay,
no,
this makes more sense.
Shilovy might... No, she's not gonna die. Like, she's got 15 HP. That's not gonna happen.
Yeah, but, yeah, so Kenwy might try to... I think he's trying to set up for a potential Kenwy kill.
No, but Kenwy would die before.
Yeah, Kenwy's gonna die. I think he's... yeah, I don't know. I think Redscare's kind of running out of options here. We do see the attack against Shilovy, so is there a redirect perhaps onto the bear, or are we going to go ahead and flip?
Redirect again on the bear. That would be the third in the same game.
Yep. Okay, so there's one. And we've got a shuffle deck.
Oh, yeah, deck shuffling, okay.
0-0. I think he just flipped the same card. Soul Screams on that. That is unfortunate.
So that's 5 damage, which is not great.
4. He doesn't have his illusion.
Oh, yeah, it's even worse.
Yeah,
you're right.
So that's unfortunate.
That's
going for the skirmish.
Yeah. I should get a massive +3 flip. No, not even. Oh, okay.
Nope.
That's terrible.
Nope.
Because, like, with a +3 flip, you could be like, okay, I'm gonna try to do something.
Yeah.
But here it's like, yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, so Habarat's gonna hide in the dome. Now I think you just have Shilovy go and murder.
Yeah, you just.
God, this makes me happy.
Well, does he has the third Whispers of Nupten? He might.
That's
that
true.
Would be
that is true.
Honestly, but because he's played 2, and then we've seen the buggish thing. We haven't seen the third one actually. Yeah, that
is very true.
That would be super annoying for Pythonu, honestly. Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. I think she's toast.
Yeah, this basically, as long as Pythoner hits a +1, this is game over.
Yeah.
Yep, there we go. Shilovy is going to maul Kenwy. Kenwy dies. This is game by showdown.
That's great. Like a game won with the new victory conditions.
Woohoo! All right.
Oh, you've moved it.
Yes. Oops, and I've thrown it in the middle of the field.
Yeah, on top of Kenwy, unsurprisingly.
Yep. All right, so shall we go ahead and chat with the players then?
Yeah, definitely. Let's go.
All right.
He was probably going to be enough, and then I have this hand full of cards too.
Yeah, that's what really worked against me. Like at one point, I mean, you were saying like we didn't make any progress on the victory conditions, but you had both my heroes at like 3 and 4 health, so that didn't help. But good game. Oh man.
And I somehow avoided having any of my heroes die.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Yeah, that was really wild. Like, we were pretty much convinced Freyhill was going to get nuked, and no.
She survived that
crazy with the
and then that one worship that put her back up to 5.
Yeah,
that was
really good.
That was great. And so in my hand since then, I've had like Impervious and Nourish. So like once she was at 5, I was like, I'm feeling pretty good as long as I get Satheru dead, so he can't eat through her armor. I can have like 4 armor and like 8 health. Make it pretty hard to actually kill her. And then just being able to continuously heal her a little bit every turn really helped.
Eric,
Yeah.
we've got a question. Sorry, my bad. Python, we get a question from Eric, which is like, why isn't there any sinkhole in your deck?
Why
Which
is
which
it-
which we
that's-
actually we actually got the same remark with RG when we started commenting. Is like, yeah, there is free rampant hatred, but there isn't any sinkhole, which is interesting.
Because aggro is better than control.
That's basically the
Couldn't
angle I was
be
going
true
for. Is
once
that
again.
Yes! Preach,
Sinkhole is-
Pythoner!
Sinkhole is really good, but so my feeling with this is I'm not really a huge fan of Korjoff, especially on Ashen Pass. I'm more okay with Korjoff on 2-lane, but I feel like on Ashen Pass it can be kind of awkward trying to fit him in because like I really want to be running like Frail, Shilvi, and maybe someone else.
Mm-hmm.
And
Anything but
I mean,
Scorpio.
it really, it's just I think it's hard to find just 3 heroes and where you don't want another hero. But
Sure.
in any case, when I'm running Korjoff, I feel like my best bet is I really just want to try to nuke them as hard as possible. And Sinkhole, I mean, is still good, but Rampant Hatred is better for doing that. And so I was focusing on trying to keep my flips.
I wasn't suggesting choose between the two. I was just like just running it in addition to it. But maybe you just don't.
Well,
have
I mean, so
space.
the other problem is my list is much more yellow heavy, so I don't have that much room for green cards.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Obviously, when I bring Frail Brilvar, my plan, if I'm bringing Frail and Brilvar, is probably most of the time start with Korjoff and Shilvi with Frail. And in that case, again, Sinkhole is still fine, but I don't want to be running Sinkholes and Rampant Hatreds
With a single
and
green
then
hero,
have to
yeah.
take out something else. Like I feel like all of the other cards are just advance my game plan more than Sinkhole does, especially because Sinkhole is a +0, and so running the ice walls to me feels like a better use of like, you know, if I'm going to be using Sinkhole for something like preventing my heroes from dying or something like that, or messing with the way they're casting spells, Ice Wall does the same kind of thing, even if it's maybe not as good in some cases. In some cases, it's better. But it's a +1 and it's
Yeah.
castable by all my heroes.
I think for me, single is like also this guarantee that like the opponent hero that you're trying to kill isn't going to run away. But like you had quite a few slow options with the outsiders, so that was probably enough.
Yeah, and so the other thing is like I'd want Sinkhole more in a control matchup, but in a control matchup, I'm more likely to be bringing a Strida or a Kuti, and so I might even have no heroes that can cast green.
Yeah,
Right.
It is even possible. So it just I didn't think it really fit anywhere quite as much as it's an insanely good card. I just don't think it quite fit.
makes sense. Yeah.
Then again, I threw together this deck in like half an hour, so
The Game Slayer strategy.
exactly.
Throw it
Seems
together
to be
half an hour
working.
before the match and hope it works.
I
Seems to be a
tested
working
it. I
strategy.
tested it once. Yes, I spent like 20-30 minutes on it. Tested it once yesterday. I was like, it kind of worked. Good enough.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Yeah, that was really interesting. I was feeling a little bit on the back foot early on, mostly on the back of double presence when I couldn't find any. I was like,
Yeah.
I was mentioning like if he only had one presence, I would have felt perfectly fine that round, but against double presence just really hurt.
Yeah. I think eventually, I don't think it cost you that round, but the 2 presents weren't any answers to your aggression or damage
Yeah.
spells for myself. So, I mean, it got me the dome once, and I think,
Yeah.
I think maybe it was even better to tie the dome and then go for the lane when I decided to stay in the dome with Kuti.
Mhm.
If
I
I stepped
thought-
outside, I would have pushed further, and then we would still tie the dome.
Yeah, in these kinds of games, I always find it interesting. So yeah, so the one thing about when you went for double presence is that at that point it was like, okay, I'm not winning the dome, so I was able to go win the lane and push the lane back, which then gave me breathing room the next round to gif up on the lane again and say, well, you can have the lane.
Yeah.
I'm going to take the dome. And I think in the end, the dome ended up, I think, benefiting me a little bit more just because I was I had the edge on aggression, and so the extra damage from the frenzies, from the attacks, from the terror, I think ended up benefiting me a little bit more overall.
The one surprising thing you've done on Python, which I wanted to ask you about, is like when you got the terror, and she, just give me one second. Yeah, I'm gonna get red, and oh no, I don't want that to turn around. And it was positioned. So you had the terror where Habert is, and there was
this when Setheru was
yeah,
here.
Setheru was here, and you
and
had
and
yeah, exactly, and there was Kenui here. Akuti was there, and you decided to hit on Setheru, who was like, I don't remember, 10 or 9 HP left, something like that. But you could actually have placed the terror here, moved and mashed an Equity, who had like 3 HP left, and she was dead anyway.
Yeah, so my thinking there was that I really wanted to keep Frail alive, and so I really wanted to prioritize. So at that point, I'd already gone with, this is when I used Korjov's ultimate to start hitting on Setheru.
Yeah.
And so I figured that getting Setheru low enough that I was sure I'd be able to finish him off really quickly before he had an opportunity to do much was what I kind of wanted to be doing there. So even if I was pretty sure I could kill Akuti, I could always, you know, with Korjov being fast, I have a time glitch in my hand if I want Shillavi. So like, I was pretty sure like even if he gets Akuti way over here, like I can still move skirmish attack. I can still finish off Akuti no matter where she goes. And Setheru was much more dangerous because again, because of the like Nourish and Impervious, like Akuti and Kanui weren't really going to be doing that much to Frail. So I was more concerned about Setheru and just wanted him gone.
Okay, makes sense.
So yeah, good game. I'm gonna have some dinner if you don't mind. Success in the next round, and see you around, huh?
Yeah. Thanks a lot for the game, guys. Have a very nice evening.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Take care, everyone.
Thanks everyone for watching the game. Have a very nice evening, and don't miss our next Skytear Sunday edition. Bye.